Welcome to Evolve Your Life, the podcast where values meet vision, ambition meets alignment, and family fuels your purpose. I'm Dr. Stefanie Ascher, chiropractor, entrepreneur, homeschool mom, cancer warrior, and your go-to girl for building harmony in every area of life. Around here, women step into living fully and authentically, and we believe you are capable and worthy of it all. So grab your coffee, get cozy, and let's evolve your life together. It's time to evolve your life, and today I wanted to give you something really practical. I get asked all the time, how do you do it all? Between running a business, being a mom and a wife, staying consistent with my wellness, prioritizing my self-care, being really intentional with my family, all of the different things. We all wear a lot of different hats. And the honest answer is I don't do more than anyone else. I am just very strategic with how I use my time. Time is one of our most precious and valuable resources. And I don't believe that wellness requires hours and hours a day. I believe it comes from layering supportive habits into the life that you are already living. So today, we are talking about realistic wellness habits for busy women, what habit stacking is, and how you can optimize the time you already have instead of feeling like you need more of it. I hear all the time in the office and from women that I know personally that they just feel like they don't have time. And I know this can trigger some of you, especially if you are in the depths of motherhood, in that newborn phase, you're not getting a lot of sleep. I get it. We all have different things, right? But overall, women feel like they have too busy of a schedule. Their kids rely on them. They have their careers. They're overwhelmed, and they feel a lot of times like wellness is all or nothing. But the truth is, most women don't need more time. They need better integration. And habit stacking is when you attach a supportive habit to something you're already doing. This is how you create more time. This is how you buy back your time and optimize the time that you have. Instead of creating more time in a day, you layer wellness and self-care into routines that already exist. So there are a lot of examples for this, and we all have different options when it comes to what we are integrating into our schedule. So today I'm just going to walk you through some different ways that I habit stack and how I layer wellness into my life and into my routines. Because a big thing about wellness is wellness should be layered into your life, not compete with it. That's how we create routines that are sustainable. And that's how we truly live a healthy lifestyle rather than going through the phases where we're doing really good and we're very consistent and then we fall off. When you create it as a routine and a lifestyle that's sustainable, that's how you're going to be able to stick to it long term. So, for me, a lot of my habit stacking comes in the morning. So I love to use my red light while I'm getting ready for the day. My Loom box is I'm going to say it. It's my number one wellness essential. I am obsessed with my Loom box. I will leave a link in the show notes for you. Red light therapy has been a game changer for me because, truth, I don't get outside enough, especially first thing in the morning. Ideally, we want to be outside, allowing our eyes to see the sunset, naked eyes, no sunglasses. That helps reset your hormones. It helps regulate your nervous system. It allows everything to adapt better in your body. That is ideal. That's not everyone's reality, right? So my red light is my biohacking crutch for that. I use my Loom box while I'm getting ready. You can use it while you're in the shower. You can have it on you while you are reading a book. You can have it on you while you're on the vibration plate. Just yesterday, I had a heavy computer morning and I was sitting on my laptop with my red light shining on me. So that is a great way to enhance your mood, boost your energy, decrease your inflammation, help produce collagen in your skin. So many benefits. If you were to make a health investment, I suggest the Loom box. But the red light therapy is a great way that I stack. I stack that into so many different habits. When I'm laying in bed at night, I prop my red light up and have it shine on me while I'm reading. Another one is this is less of a stack and more just a thing that you should integrate. And it's having your electrolytes before your coffee every morning, especially for us women. We need some protein and we need electrolytes first thing in the morning before coffee so that our cortisol and our hormones are not impacted and affected. So When I go to get my coffee in the morning, I make my electrolytes. That is crucial and key. Another really easy stack for your lymphatic system is to dry brush before you get in the shower. So if you just have your dry brush right next to your shower, you can just do a quick dry brush of your full body before you get in. That's going to help boost your lymphatic system, help your body detox, and such a great way to easily and quickly integrate that into your routine. When it comes to showers, you can do so many different things with that time. So, showers are dead time. And some people really like that. I personally don't. I love listening to a podcast or a sermon or an audiobook while I'm showering because that 5 minutes, I just bought an extra 5 minutes of time of listening to something that can really pour into me, into my mental health, into my spiritual health while I'm just getting ready for the day or winding down in the evening. But that time can be something that is intentional, that pours into you. And then car time stack. Car time is a big one. I am constantly listening to something in the car. Typically, it's either a podcast, a sermon, or an audiobook. And a lot of times it's a training from my business coach. So, again, this is one of the easiest ways to turn dead time into growth time. We are in the car a lot. So, even my 40 minutes round trip per day to work, that is an entire training or an entire podcast or multiple. So you can turn those on while you're doing school drop off, driving to work, running errands. This is all time you can pour back into you. Another great thing is to do a movement and learning stack. So you can read while walking on a walking pad or listen to an audiobook while you're on a walk. I will turn on a podcast or read while I'm on the exercise bike in the garage. So think of ways that you can support your body and your mind at the same time. And a big one that prevents people from investing in their health and in their wellness is their family. We use our kids as an excuse all the time. And I'm going to call you out because the reality is our kids should be our reason why. We need to be showing our kids how we take care of ourselves, how we prioritize our health. They are not an excuse for you to do less. They are the reason that you should be trying to do more. And I'm just going to say it. There are a lot of ways that you can include your family in these routines. When I'm laying in bed at night with my red light on and reading, and I have a kid next to me, they're getting red light at the same time as I am. You can do a stretch and have your kids do it with you. They can be watching TV. You guys can have a family movie on, whatever it is. Do your stretch. Our kids come right out into the garage with us and they do yoga and workouts while we work out. They write their little workouts on the board on the opposite side as ours, and we all work out together. You can go for family walks. When your kids are in the car with you, what you're choosing to listen to is also what you are pouring into them as well. And it doesn't have to be kids' music, it can be a sermon, it can be a motivational podcast. We are teaching our kids from a very young age the things that we want them to know. Our kids are sponges. And so the more they see you doing and what you are pouring into them and allowing them to listen to is also going to shape their habits and routines as well. My kids love getting on the vibration plate. I have them get on the vibration plate all the time. And that's a great thing. Throw them on the vibration plate. It's great for their nervous system. Shine the red light on them. Then they're getting red light therapy and vibration plate therapy at the same time. Your wellness does not have to pull you away from your family. It can absolutely include them, and it really should. Something that I used to struggle with was prioritizing my self care. Because as moms, for some reason, we think that burnout as a mom is a badge of honor, and it's not. It is so important that you pour into yourself, that you take time to take care of yourself, and you can make that time really efficient. That's what I had trouble with. I didn't feel guilty. No, I used to, but then I grew out of that. I used to feel guilty for doing it. And then what happened is it just felt like a waste of my time. I love having my nails done. I don't love getting my nails done. So what I've done is turn that into growth time as well. So while I'm getting my nails done, there's two things that I'm either doing. I'm either reading a book or listening to a training. So that has become my self-care and either relaxation time with reading or personal growth time by listening to a training. That helped me a lot because then I don't feel like I'm wasting my time anymore. I'm killing two birds with one stone. I think in general, we have just been taught that we need more time to take care of ourselves, but most of us don't need to have more time. We just need to be more strategic with the time we already have. So think about the ways that you can do so many different things at one time that support your health and support your family. For example, if you go for a family walk, you're getting your movement in, you're spending intentional time together without screens interrupting you, you're getting natural sunlight, you're getting fresh air, and you're checking off four things at once. What a beautiful blessing that is when we focus on optimizing and tying these things in all together and stacking these habits rather than trying to do everything separately. We need to remember that we don't need to do more. We just need to optimize better. So layer your habits, combine the benefits, and choose really high impact habits. This is one way that I'm able to manage and do it all because people always ask how I manage everything. And another big part of this is your calendar. I live by my calendar. My time is blocked and scheduled about 3 months in advance. That does not mean that every minute is rigid, but it means I'm very intentional. I know when I'm working, when I'm with family, when I'm traveling, when I'm recording podcasts, when I'm working out, when I'm doing homeschool with the kids. This level of planning allows me to be present and also makes it easier to layer self-care and wellness into my day. When we get very intentional with scheduling and strategic planning, and stacking all of these habits, and we are truly strategic with our calendar, it's a lot easier to stack these things and accomplish multiple things at once without feeling scattered or overwhelmed. So, my challenge to you this week is to identify routines that already exist for you, like driving, showering, your morning routine, your bedtime routine, and add one stacked habit. It can be a podcast like this one. You can do a stretch. It can be hydration, adding your electrolytes in. It can be prayer or gratitude. And then I want you to keep it realistic. Focus on consistency over intensity. You just need to start. It does not have to be perfect, and it doesn't even really have to be thoroughly planned out. Just start. Start with one habit this week. I want you to look at your day and ask, where can you layer self-care and wellness in instead of adding more? And remember, wellness does not have to compete with your life. It lives inside of it. So start small, stay consistent, and remember, it's about being strategic with the time that you already have. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Evolve Your Life. If this episode inspired you, leave a review, share it with a friend, follow so you never miss a moment, and come connect with me on Instagram at Dr. Stefanie Ascher. Until next time, keep evolving your life boldly, beautifully, and unapologetically.